Good day, nutcases. What's up? It's your host, Taylor King, on the Backseat Therapy Session, the thing you're watching right now. I got something. It's story time. That's what I'm saying. Right now, it's story time. I'm here to tell you a couple stories. Alright, so the theme for this story is bombing. I don't know if you know this, but I am a stand-up comic. I've been doing it this is my second year, which means I've done it for a complete year, and I'm going into my second year, it's like halfway through, or whatever. So, here it is. When you do stand-up comedy, you bomb a lot, often, quite often, surprisingly often, if you're me, or anyone. I do it often, a lot. But you get good stories. Now, these stories aren't just like the times I've bombed and I walked up and I'm like, I should quit. No. These are the stories where I've bombed and then something amazing happened afterwards. So the first time I remember bombing so bad that something amazing happened. I was in Glendale on a Friday. And if you know what Glendale is, you know that it's the worst traffic ever on a Friday. Not only that, it's almost impossible to find parking. But on this particular Friday, I survived traffic and I found parking. And I was only slightly late. And I was still able to put my name in the bucket. And it's a raffle. So you put your name in a bucket, it goes in a raffle, they pick out your name, and then you go up next. So you have no idea when you're going up, or even if you're going up. That's what an open mic is. And then sometimes they have sign-ups, which are awesome, which when you sign up number 5 and you go up 5th. And sometimes people leave so you can go up earlier, which is even better. But anyways, it's a raffle. So, and I get pulled up and I go. And this room I was particularly in is a really hard room for people to like you and for people to laugh. It's very weird. So I do my set, which is supposed to take about 2 minutes, maybe 3 if I come up with something on the spot. I did it in a minute flat. I spoke so quickly, I did my entire set in a minute. Do you know how insulting that is to yourself and to the other people? I drove 40 minutes to get to the mic through traffic and I found parking, and my brilliant set that was gonna make me rich and famous one day lasted a minute. I thought it was alright, yeah, probably 2 minutes at least. Nope, I get off stage and the host goes, hey everybody, give applause for Taylor for giving an entire 2 minutes back to the room. 2 minutes! My genius set lasted a minute. I was so ashamed that I left early. I left. I was done. I couldn't do it anymore. So I get back in my car, I drive, and I get stuck in more traffic. Yep. More traffic. What a wonderful time that is to get stuck in traffic again after bombing. It gives you time to think. And the craziest part about that was that I came up with more material. I'm sitting in the car, and I'm like, well, how about this? Well, what about this? And how about these things? And traffic's weird. And I came up with all these different forms of things. It was the weirdest thing I've ever had to deal with, ever. It was I go, I bomb, I have inspiration, I now have new jokes. And on top of that, I get home, and I'm usually home by 11, 12. This time I was home by 10, 10:30 at the latest, which gives me time to watch some TV. So I decided to watch Nick Swartzen's newest stand-up special. And the reason why I didn't when it comes to Nick Swartzen at the time, not now, but at the time, maybe a year ago it was, I wanted to be like a Kyle Kinane. I wanted to be a Mike Birbiglia, I wanted to be an artist. I wanted to speak slowly. I wanted to be like them. And I didn't really watch Nick Swartzen because, he's still in his 30s and he does fart jokes. I was like, well, dude, come on, bro, grow up, man. Was I dumb then? Because I turned on the special, and it blew my mind. He's a 35-year-old man having the time of his life on stage. He's just being who he is, happy, and people are liking it. I'm sitting there, I should be like this. I shouldn't be so serious on stage. I should have fun with it. I'm seeing too much of this like a business. I'm thinking of this too much as like a job. Have fun. So that was Friday night, of course, because traffic in Glendale sucks on a Friday night. So Saturday, I go to the wonderful Flappers. The reason the Flappers, I know I go there so often that I feel it's okay for me to say Flappers. It's a comedy club in Burbank. I used the inspiration from me bombing so badly, using the inspiration from Nick Swartzen, and then using a whole bunch of things that happened after that night to have a wonderful set. Like, it was amazing. I don't, like not the best I've ever done, but to me, like really close to it. It was so cool, like, how everything just kind of flowed together, and it was just like, what? No way! And it's like, because I bombed, because I got stuck into traffic again, because I watched Next Week's Special, I was able to teach myself how to do stand-up again. You know, it was like Taylor 2.0. But I mean, every day is a new Taylor, so it's about Taylor 2 billion.0.1. I don't know. I'm just saying every day when you wake up and go to sleep, you're a new person. That's all it is. Second time, I bombed the worst. That was soul-crushing, basically. Haha. It was the first time I'd ever done a 15-minute set, which is a big deal, because that means you gather all your stuff together, and then do it, and then in hopes, you know, it's like funny and stuff. And I was at the Open Book Open Mic, which is in Santa Clarita, which is a bookstore. So it's a lot of poets and musicians, and only 2 comics. And the first time I ever did this, whoa, ooh, what? I forgot my entire set when I got on the stage. And the stage is a small platform with no microphone, so it's basically me just doing a play, which now I'm super used to, and it's super fun, but at the time was not used to it. I mean, I had jokes, and it was funny, but it was out of order, and I repeated myself, and it was clunky. It just wasn't what I was hoping it was. But I did it. I did like 9 minutes. That's the most I've ever did, was like 9 minutes. At the time, was 9 minutes. I was able to do 9 minutes of material and have people stick with me. I thought that was the coolest thing ever. I mean, so if you look at it that way, in a positive way, I didn't bomb. I did really well. But for a person who's like I got no cards, and I practiced, and I get up there, and I forgot what I was saying. Just like, it's not like a bomb, but like it still crushes you on the inside. Like, I guess I gotta do better. That's what bombing is, basically. It's just the world telling you, hey, time to do better now. It's like, oh, I gotta go do better now. That wasn't as like earth-shattering as the first story. That first story really sticks with me. The third time I bombed, like, the worst. Oh man, like, there's so many. I'm trying to like find one that's like in my brain. It's like, oh, that one, like, that was terrible. All right, here we go. So this was a week before I was supposed to do my mixtape, and I was really insecure because I'm just doing all these jokes I've done before. I'm just combining my favorite ones together, which means the people have probably already heard this joke. And the number one thing you have to do when you're doing stand-up is to A, believe in your joke, and 2, commit. Because if you don't believe in your joke, the audience won't believe you. And if you don't commit, and like, let's just say your premise of your joke is bad and your act out was bad, and then you connect that joke to another joke, you don't know, if you just stop and go, oh, that sucked, then you're really going to assume the rest of it sucks. But if you just keep going, people are going to like hook on to one thing that they like about that set if you commit to it. So I'm sitting there, and I had to do this joke about how I married 2 honey badgers. And I knew most of the audience has heard this before, so I was feeling really insecure and really subconscious about doing this. And they call my name, and I get up on stage, and I do everything else but that joke that I don't care about, and that sucked because I'm just sitting there rambling on, and then I do the premise. I do the premise of the honey badger joke, which is basically I watch too many documentaries. They're on Netflix. They're basically free. I watch too many documentaries that I get opinions about, like strong opinions about them, like when it comes to animals and how they make the animals seem more human. Like Stoffel the honey badger and his girlfriend Hammy, and that's basically how I talk about how I marry Stoffel and stuff, and Hammy, and that got a chuckle, that got a laugh. So if I believed in the joke was going to work. And then I committed to the entire joke. I would have had a really good set, but because I decided to get in my head going like, no, they've heard it before, no, nobody likes it, nobody wants to hear it, then I bombed. And it's just, that's something like really important to learn, especially is that if it's like, I do a lot of weird jokes. I thought like gumbits and minotaurs. And that's weird stuff. So if I didn't commit to those kind of things, nobody would care. Nobody would go like, why do we care about a gumbit? That doesn't exist. Minotaurs, those don't exist either. Well, yeah, they don't exist. I have no proof they don't exist. So they don't? If they exist to you, they exist to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, have at it. Alright, yeah. One more. I know I said 3, but I remember this one. This one's just funny. I like this one a lot. I was on stage, and instead of writing a set list, I drew a picture of a cat. So, you know, it went really well. I bombed. I bombed so bad. I forgot my notebook on the table, so I had my friend Zachary throw me my notebook as I was on stage. And then I rifled through the notebook looking for a joke. I don't know how else to describe that. That's just like, I'm bombing so bad. Someone throw me my notebook! Alright, here we go. Boop, 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 boop. Joke didn't even work. But without these stories, I would be a boring person. You know? I wouldn't have anything to talk about today. And I hope someone who's like interested in doing stand-up watches this and goes, oh, okay, cool, so bombing's normal. It's normal. Just gotta get back up. That's all you gotta do. So if you learn anything from me this episode, I hope you learn a bunch of things from previous episodes and future ones. A, believe in your material. B, commit. And 3, have fun. Man, stand-up is a business, but it's a fun business. Don't forget to have fun on stage. Alright, guys. If you are a nutcase like me, I salute you. Haha.